Welcome to V News, where we bring you the latest events of the day. Coming up next are our top stories. Diplomacy sector celebrates 70th founding anniversary. Autumn Economic Forum discusses ways to promote Vietnam's competitiveness. And Taiwan acrobatic troupe performs in Hanoi. The diplomacy sector held a ceremony on August 27 to mark its 70th founding anniversary. The event was attended by President Trương Tấn Sang.
President Sang congratulated the diplomacy sector on receiving the Golden Star Order, the noblest decoration given by the party and state for the second time, in recognition of its achievements and devotion to national construction and development. He affirms that together with national security and defense, economics and social culture, the sector has served the country's noble revolutionary mission efficiently. He added that the sector plays an essential role in stabilizing and reconstructing the country, breaking down embargoes and conducting multilateralization and diversification in external relations.
Now that the world is undergoing complicated, fast and in-depth changes, the diplomatic sector needs to be more active and timely in issuing appropriate policies and strategies, ensure national interests and take advantage of opportunities and dispel risks, thus creating the best position and momentum for the country.
He also asked the sector to prioritize human resource development to meet external relations requirements in the new era.
As part of her official visit to Japan from August 24th to 30th, National Assembly Vice Chairwoman Nguyễn Thị Kim Ngân had a working session with President of the House of Councillors Masaaki Yamazaki.
At this section, Ngân suggested increasing exchanges between the Vietnamese and Japanese legislatures in order to strengthen the growing relations between the two nations. The lawmaker asked Japan to continue supply of official development assistance to Vietnam, particularly in infrastructure and economic restructuring. She expressed her hope that Japan would continue receiving more Vietnamese trainees and nurses to study and work in the country. In a meeting with President of the Japan-Vietnam Friendship Parliamentarian Alliance, Toshihiro Nika, the National Assembly Vice Chairwoman appreciated the alliance's role in enhancing Vietnam-Japan relations. Meeting Governor of Gunma Prefecture Oshawa Masaki, the Vietnamese guest expressed her delight that Gunma is home to the fifth largest Vietnamese community in the country. Governor Masaki revealed that more than 3,000 Vietnamese are living in Gunma and 23 companies from the prefecture are operating in Vietnam. Both sides agreed to intensify exchanges between the Vietnamese National Assembly and Japanese localities, including Gunma, while providing all possible support for the business communities of the two countries.
Deputy Minister of Defense and Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army Do Ba Tị is on a working visit to Laos. The visit from August 26 to 27 is made at the invitation of his Lao counterpart, Savon Lonbumi.
At the talks on the first day of the visit, the two sides reviewed the performance results of their cooperation plan in 2014 and the first half of 2015 regarding joint border patrols, maintaining border security, and fighting cross-border crimes. They acknowledged the efficient implementation of the one-stop-shop model at the Lao Bao Dan Savan border gates, as well as cooperation in personnel training and repatriation of remains of volunteer Vietnamese soldiers who laid down their lives in Laos during the war. The Vietnamese and Lao officers said that the two sides have also worked together to increase and upgrade the border marker system and enhanced people-to-people diplomacy, thus contributing to political stability and social order and safety in each country. As Laos will assume the ASEAN chairmanship in 2016, the Vietnamese Defense Ministry has set up a working group tasked with sharing experience and assisting Laos in organizing the bloc's defense security conferences.
Patrol vessel Sarang of the Indian Coast Guard with 140 crew members aboard docked at Nha Rong port during its 5-day official visit to Ho Chi Minh City.
The periodic visit aims to strengthen the friendship, cooperation, mutual understanding, and trust between the two countries' armies. It also offers an opportunity for the two countries' young Coast Guard officers to share experience in preventing environmental pollution as well as in search and rescue activities at sea. During their stay, the Indian guests plan to pay a courtesy visit to leaders of the Municipal People's Committee and visit the High Command of the Military Zone 7 and the Vietnam Maritime Police High Command. The vessel Sarang is intended for offshore patrol duties, rescue missions, and international cooperation.
The Autumn Economic Forum took place on August 27th in the central province of Thanh Hóa, discussing ways to promote Vietnam's competitiveness for successful integration.
Participants at the forum, themed Vietnamese economy, integration and sustainable development, agreed that for successful integration, Vietnamese enterprises need to enhance their competitive edge by improving collaboration and creating trade preferences. The World Bank in Vietnam said the country's economy is experiencing a wave of industrialization and restructuring, presenting new challenges for local policymakers. Experts said to better integrate into the Trans-Pacific Partnership and other free trade agreements, Vietnamese enterprises, especially small and medium-sized ones, should strengthen their business management. The firms have also been urged to intensify risk management and be more transparent in finance management, boost domestic and foreign collaboration, and actively join the regional production and supply chain to strengthen and broaden markets.
As many as 100 military doctors and officers of the Vietnam People's Army who are expected to join UN peacekeeping forces are equipped with basic English skills during an ongoing course in Hanoi. The course is set to help the learners to meet requirements for attending international seminars and conferences and training courses on peacekeeping operations abroad. It forms part of a project on the participation of the Vietnam People's Army in UN peacekeeping missions during the 2014 to 2020 period and the following years approved by the Prime Minister. After 1 year of operation, the Center has sent 2 officers to the UN mission in South Sudan and 3 others to the Central Africa mission. It has also trained officers for UN peacekeeping missions and sent more than 70 officers to training courses and conferences on peacekeeping operations abroad. Together with Qatar Airways and Turkish Airlines, the low-cost carrier Vietjet Air of Vietnam has entered the world's top 3 fastest-growing airline brands on Facebook, as rated by analyst website Social Bakers.
Social Bakers tracked and evaluated fan pages of all airlines in the world in terms of interaction effectiveness, growth, number of fans, as well as the efficient promotion spending. Vietjet Air is the first Vietnamese firm to enter the list in July this year, with a record content strategy efficiency growth of 7.2 times. Vietjet's fan page is currently attracting nearly 1 million fans. With a fleet of 26 A320 and A321 airplanes, the airline is operating 165 flights per day on 33 air routes across Vietnam and a number of international routes to Singapore, Thailand, Taiwan, China, Myanmar, and the Republic of Korea.
Experts have proposed loosening requirements on rice exports to encourage the involvement of businesses. Our reporters will bring you more details. Vietnam exports around 6 to 7 million tons of rice each year. However, the profits gained remain low, and the prices of Vietnam's exported rice are always lower than those of Thailand. Together with Thailand, Vietnam is also facing fierce competition with India, Pakistan, and the US. Vietnam's current regulation requires rice exporters to have large processing plants and storehouses, while in Thailand, enterprises are allowed to ship rice abroad if the rice sack weighs less than 12 kilograms. Therefore, in Vietnam, profits from rice exports are focusing only on big businesses. That's why experts told a workshop on restructuring the rice sector in Hanoi on August 25th that requirements on rice exports should be loosened to encourage the involvement of more businesses. At the workshop, many participants suggested the country change the landowner retention limit of 3 hectares as the current land law allows the transfer of land ownership. The Taiwan acrobatic troupe gave a free performance show at the Ochre Art Center in Hanoi on the evening of August 27th.
Vietnam is the first stop of the troupe's performance tour of Southeast Asia until September 10, which will take the Taiwanese artists to Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia. During the show, viewers have a chance to enjoy a variety of traditional stunt acts by Taiwanese artists. In addition, Vietnam's sum singing, chau văn ceremonial singing, and performances of traditional musical instruments and dances by artists from the Hanoi Arts College are also introduced to the audience.
This time we give Oriental traditional performance which feature ethnic cultural identities. We hope that the show will bring joy to the audience.
Following the show in Hanoi, a similar performance will take place at the Cultural Center of District 1 in Ho Chi Minh City on the evening of August 29th.
A ceremony was held in London on August 26 to debut the Da Nang Vietnam yacht, which will be competing in the Clipper Round the World yacht race. More than 100 guests, including Deputy Major of London Roger Evans and representatives of the UK-based Vietnamese businesses, media and artists attended the event. Addressing the ceremony, Vietnamese ambassador to the UK Nguyễn Văn Thảo said the Clipper race will reach Da Nang port of Vietnam for the first time in February 2016, marking a milestone in the relationship between the two countries. To be broadcast on well-known television channels such as CNN, BBC and Discovery, the Clipper race is expected to bring viewers closer to Vietnam and vice versa.
The relationship between Vietnam and Britain is a good one, and it's been strengthened recently when our Prime Minister visited Vietnam. We should try and encourage our relationships, strengthen our relationships, not just cultural ones, but trading ones. So we're very keen to see our race arriving in Da Nang being used to promote the relationship between Britain and Vietnam.
According to the organizers, the 40,000 nautical mile race will dock at Da Nang from February 17th to 27th before sailing to Qingdao, China from March 10th to 13th. This will be an historical benchmark for the central city, as it will be the first time the race has made an official stop in Southeast Asia as it crosses 138 countries and territories. Over 700 people from around 40 countries are expected to take part in the race. Paintings highlighting the success of the August Revolution 70 years ago as well as marking the National Day are on display at a gallery in Hanoi downtown. Run by the Vietnam's Fine Arts Association, the exhibition is showcasing as many as 117 items on various materials like oil paint, acrylic, lacquer, silk and synthetic. The works, all composed by the association's members, reach out to all aspects of life. The images of late President Ho Chi Minh attached to the leadership of the Communist Party and the Revolutionary War, as well as soldiers with national landscapes and construction overwhelm the gallery.
In my opinion, the exhibition is a success because it brings viewers messages of life and people, particularly in the renewal period.
Excellent works will be considered for granting awards. The display will run until September 4th. And that has wrapped up our bulletin. Thank you for your attention. For more information, please log on to our website at www.vietnamplus.vn. We'll see you soon.